Hi, I'm Timothy Mitchell with Mimaki USA. I'm here with my friend Khalid at the facility, the headquarters facility in Dallas, Texas for Reece Supply. And Reece is one of our most important partners at Mimaki. They have brick and mortar locations all over really from New Mexico to Philly all the way to Atlanta. So you guys have a lot of expertise, a lot of locations, a lot of experience. You, for example, are both marketing, but also have a long production background, actually printing and installing, which I think is really important. We're on number 9 of the reasons why we think anybody in the digital printing industry who's looking at printers should consider first an LED UV printer, and then specifically the Mimaki UCJV300 as a proven, tried and true, roll-to-roll white ink, clear ink, CMYK UV LED printer. And the number 9 reason, honestly, it is very, very easy with your print and cut. This is a true print and cut device. Like, it has a cutter built in, but the workflow is different than, say, solvent workflows.
Correct.
Walk me through why the workflow is a little different and why you think this is a true print and cut device.
Well, there's many reasons for it, but when you go to the Mimaki UV, you can actually print and cut without worrying about roller lines, without worrying about backtracking or touching the ground or doing a lot of this stuff that you will with solvent, along with not having to remove it from the printer and wait for it to outgas,
Right.
laminate, and then bring it back, register the lines, and get a cut every once in a while that's accurate. So one thing that I really love about this is it goes, it prints, and you can just set it and forget it.
Perfect. Yeah, the thing I love about LED UV for print and cut is I want it to print, roll back with no concerns that I'm going to track ink. In other words, I don't want to figure out, was my preheat, platen heat, or post heat set not quite right and I have too much ink and it didn't get enough time on the post heater, so then when it rolls back, the little pinch rollers track. I'm like, oh, no, that's ruined the whole print. So then I am inclined to go outside the printer actually to a third-party cutter because I want to wait to make sure it's all cured, or I have to put a delay on it to make sure that it sits on the post-cure long enough, or I have to strictly control for the amount of ink I'm putting down because too much and it's not going to dry in enough time. And then a lot of other technologies like, resin latex, they don't have a cutter built in. So now you're always forced for the secondary cutter as part of the bargain, which doubles the amount of square footage that it takes up. With this, as a standalone, that cutter is built in, and because LED UV is completely dry right off the printer, even on temperature-sensitive medias, it rolls forward. I got a nice, super durable print. It rolls back, the cutter is engaged, and then it gives me a finished product. That's a true print and cut workflow to me. It's all encapsulated. There's no need to go outside of the printer. There's no delay times. There's no wait. There's no concerns because, as we know, we're kind of using one profile much of the time.
That's true.
And it's just a really easy print and cut system, I think, for most people versus all of the alternatives.
And using one software versus jumping in potentially to another computer, to another room, taking the file, going over there with a thumb drive. I've seen all sorts of things happen. The one thing that we like to say is, hey, this is all in one. You're going to print, you're going to cut, and you're going to be happy about it.
Right. Whether you're using the Rasterlink 7, which comes with it, or whether you're using Onyx or Flexi, you can use your RIP of choice and then get an all-in-one printer, one device, cutter and printer built in. I think UV LED really broke open the print and cut argument in a way that makes it decisive. When I'm thinking print and cut, I want one machine with a printer and cutter together, which Mimaki pioneered a long time ago and is very good at. But the LED inks really open the door for the completely dry print with the durability I want. Yes, sometimes I have to laminate, okay? Sometimes it's just a requirement, but most of the time it's not. It really isn't. And I can just print and cut and it's done, and that's why I think the LED UV print and cut proposition is the best on the market.
And when you look at a customer who's printing stickers for their end user, they're going to have a much faster turnaround. It's going to broaden their horizons. They're going to be able to print more, and it'll be just print, cut, go, on to the next customer.
Right. There's really, you're doing decals. I really don't see much of a reason why you need to have a lamination with a UV LED technology.
Especially with the kiss cut, through cut, all the options that you have
Yeah.
built in. I think it's a great
Very
product.
accurate cutter. It does a beautiful kiss cut. You can preset them all. So depending on the media you're loading, it's all preset. And then you can do a nice perf cut. So really what you're doing at the end of the day is it's finished jobs that you go tap, 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 scoop, put in box, put box in mail, done. Okay. It's just that simple. So the workflow simplicity of a true print and cut, I think digital, or excuse me, LED UV is the way to go. And the Mimaki UCJV300 is a proven, reliable, guaranteed way to get that kind of work done.
Agreed.